In this video, I'll talk about how I went months of struggling to put on muscle and how I was able to transform myself into looking lean and strong and jacked and more defined in only a matter of months. Like most people, you're probably thinking you need to do all this research, you need to be able to study and know exactly the right routine and the perfect diet. And like you, I was spending the majority of my time on that as well. I used to go on YouTube and just watch hours of workout videos, diet plans, trying to make sure that I knew everything before I started and got into the gym. But here's the crazy part. It's actually when I had no idea, no structure or plan before I went into the gym. I just went in there with nothing. And that is when I actually started to see the most amount of gains. So if you're somebody who's struggling to put on pounds and put on muscle, keep watching as I'm going to be breaking down my entire strategy on how to get shredded if I had to start again. Now, like I said, like me, you probably just go on YouTube, you keep looking up how to get an aesthetic body. You probably ask, oh, what is it that I should do for supplements, dieting. You just keep watching all these videos and you're not making progress. Like, really think about that. It's like you're watching all of these videos and you think that it's like, you're learning or you're doing something about it. But at the end of the day, your body is still the same. That is why, in order to really get to this point of getting shredded, like if I were to really start over again and it was like, just trying to get shredded ASAP, I would have just stopped watching all YouTube videos and just went into the gym with no plan, with no structure, no amount of idea of what it is that I should do. I would have just went based off what I've seen other people done before. So it's like I've seen somebody doing bicep curls. So I would have just went straight to the dumbbell area and I would have done some biceps. I would have went to another room and then I would have started doing push-ups and sit-ups. Like I would have just started doing random things and people might have saw that and they might think like, oh, this guy is weird or he doesn't know what he's doing. But this is like the most important part of this. It's not about, trying to get everything nailed down or knowing exactly what it is that you have to do. This part is just being consistent. Like it's actually just getting into the gym. Because again, you can know all the things that you need to do or, be an expert on all this. But if you don't actually just get into the gym, again, you can't see progress. You can't actually get to that place of becoming shredded and being able to actually improve your physique. You need to just get into the gym, and it's by being able to do that is where you can be able to learn the other things. You can be able to now incorporate more of the things that you actually need to do to see the results. But that is just like the first part before, like if I really truly started over, like I wish I didn't watch one single video and I just would have just went into the gym and it's like I would have looked stupid. I honestly would have looked like a fool because of just me going to different places. Like I would have just did this thing, a little bit of this and then go somewhere else and then, just get down and do push-ups. I would have just flip-flop around the gym doing random things. But it's just all about being comfortable. Like that is the main part of this. Now, once you actually start to get yourself moving and starting to get into the gym, there is one mistake that everyone makes in terms of making their first workout plan. And it's a mistake that I've made too. So when I started to make my first workout plan, it was like I just went straight into push-pull legs. It was what everyone else was doing. Everyone was talking about push-pull legs. So, I was just trying to do what everyone else was doing, even though I didn't really have that much experience in there. So it's like I tried to do my first structured workout, and that was the first thing that I did. And guess what? It was me trying to do these advanced exercises that I was just not even ready or prepared for. I wasn't ready. Like I truly wasn't. I was just trying to advance myself just because I saw everyone else doing it. And me doing that, it's what led to burnout and led to me not having as much fun. I was in this place where now I was just like, bro, do I even want to continue, working out and, becoming shredded? So that is why if you are starting out in the gym, your first actual workout plan should not be push-pull leg. What your first workout plan should really be is just full body. Full body for 3 days per week. The first day, just go into that little area in your gym and just do a 30-minute workout of all the machines. So it's just like there's gonna be one machine where it's like it's gonna be doing chest press. It's like not actually the chest press, but it's like the machine version of it. You're gonna be able to do that for like 3-4 sets, and being able to do that for 10 to 12 reps. Then after that, there's gonna be another machine where it's like you're doing basically bicep curls, not with like a barbell or not with dumbbells, but it's like the machine version. Being able to do that. Then instead of like for legs, instead of doing squats, there is that little machine where it's like you're sitting down with your back laid, and you're doing, it's like a leg press. It's like you are using that machine, and you can be able to put and adjust the weight that is comfortable for you. And then it's like your leg pressing, and again, it's basically working your legs, and it's like doing squats, but you don't have to like get yourself into that, especially if you're not ready. Just start out with that. And it's what I learned when I was able to do this. It was like way more easier for me to now transition into doing the push-pull legs. It's like if you've never done it before, if you have never really built consistency with the gym and you do that, you're going to quit. So this simple full body routine is what has helped me to become consistent. But even with the progress that I was making, there was something that I was doing every single time I went home that was killing my confidence. And it's something that you are probably doing as well, and you don't even realize it. So you probably hit your first workout ever. You're feeling excited, you're feeling pumped. You did a full body workout, your body was feeling sore, and you kind of like, felt pumped. You felt excited that you actually did it. And then you go home and you take off your shirt and you stand in front of the mirror and you see no results. And now you get in this place where you're like, damn, like I did all that and yet I don't see anything. I don't see, a little bit of muscle gain. You're like, I still look, skinny fat. I still look skinny. And then it's like, you think there's no point of this. Then why should I even do this? And now you get to this point where you give up. And I'm telling you right here, right now, it was something that I would do. It was like, I would go in there for a week and expect to see results. Every single time I went into the gym, it's like I would go home and take off my shirt just to see if I made a bit of progress. And every single time I didn't see it, I would doubt myself. I would get in a place where I was overthinking and saying, what is this even gonna work? Am I really making progress? That is why if you are starting out and you're going into the gym, one thing I truly wish I would have locked down, especially in the beginning, was not looking in the mirror. Like, I'm telling you right here, right now, don't look in the mirror. Like, if you are in this place where it's like you're taking a shower, or even if you're getting ready in the morning and you have your shirt off, this sounds like foolish, but like, I remember there was this point where it was like later on, like when I figured this out, I had these foldable mirrors in like my bathroom where it's like you can like fold them, and it's like it will be in a place where it'll be like the wooden side, and you would see like the products of like skincare or whatever it is, your toothbrush or toothpaste, whatever it is that you have in your cabinets. Just don't look in the mirror. Don't see your progress, or don't even see like your full body. This will help you so much, because again, this will make you not worry so much about progress, especially in the start. Like, that should be the last thing in your mind, is like, if you're actually making gains, if you're actually building muscle, all you need to focus on is just getting into the gym. It's actually just getting in there and being able to do the workouts. And again, when you don't feel like it, that is like the main priority. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, you should be like serious about this, where it's like as soon as you step out the shower, it's like you have your body turned away, and it's like you have to put a shirt on before you can even look at yourself. But I'm dead serious. Like, being able to do that was what helped me to be able to just not care about if I was, being able to build enough muscle, if my chest increased, if I was developing a six-pack. I could not see if I was making progress or not. Now, once I stopped obsessing over what I look like in the mirror, that is when I realized that the biggest killer to my progress wasn't even in the gym. It was actually in the kitchen. So now you're in this point where it's like you're going into the gym, you're getting a little bit comfortable and consistent in there. You're like getting excited, like, man, I'm actually, doing this. But the thing is, you're still eating like crap. It's like you're eating all this junk food. You're eating, all these things like donuts or like cookies. You're having ice cream. You're going into the gym and it's like you're making progress, but you realize like you still need to also upgrade your diet. You are probably in this place where you have the wrong foods right in front of you, where it's like you want to be able to eat healthier, but it's super hard when all that you see is junk food. You see chips or like donuts or pizza, whatever it is. It's like right in front of you, and it's like impossible for you to actually change your diet if all you are kept constantly being reminded is all of this junk food that is sitting right there in front of you. That is why if you truly want to be able to upgrade your diet, you need to eliminate all the junk food that is right in front of you. And what I mean by this is taking out anything that would trigger for you to, eat that junk food. So that means like just stop buying it. Like you need to be in this place where whatever it is in terms of like your kitchen, you need to correct that and change out the things that are of junk food. You need to replace that with things that are more healthier. I have an older video that I will have popped up where it was like I was talking about like one habit that will change your life, and it was talking about eating healthier. And it's like I remember that is the only thing that I bought, and I put it in places where it kept reminding me like, hey, these are the type of foods that I have to eat. So it was like instead of like the cookies and all the sweets that I would have in my pantry, I threw that all in the garbage, and all I had was fruits. I had fruits and healthier snacks. I had like chicken or rice, all these things that I would see that were in my kitchen, and just being able to see that just made me have that reminder of like, okay, this is the types of foods that I have to eat, especially if I want to get shredded. These are the type of foods and meals that I need to have. So that is why you need to change the way that your kitchen looks. I don't care if there's a little bit of snacks or cookies that are left. Throw it away. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, this is how strict you have to be. Put it in the garbage and replace it with the foods that you want, the foods that you actually know will yield to the results. Now, cleaning up my environment gave me so much momentum, but then after that, something interesting happened. I actually wanted to train harder and take my diet more seriously, and being able to do a bit more research on actually how to get shredded and being able to learn things that I never thought about. And it was when I was able to get to this point, that is when the real shift actually started to happen. Now, if you want to see exactly how I trained once I went advanced, I break that all down in this next video, but always remember to keep going.